backs up, and watch this. The Mercedes-Benz driver decides he's backing up. There he goes, up the ramp and over.
What the hell?
What an idiot!
Oh my God!
What's up and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be diving into the world of car repos, and trust me, when I say you're going to want to stick around and watch these, you're really going to want to watch them, especially if you want to laugh at how people overreact to life's inconveniences. So hit the like button, keep watching as we get into the world of car repos and people's reactions to them. This man knew this day was coming. 10 months, no payment. You know that car is not going to be in your possession for long, and that day finally came. And this dude stays completely calm, cool, and collected. They got his car not just on the back of any regular tow truck. This is a car lift where they would transport multiple cars at once. So this man knew it was coming, hadn't paid for damn near a year, and at this point in time, he has to just hang his head, keep his hands on his hips, take the L, my man. And I call this the best reaction because he's not making it worse on himself. He knows he's got to pay his debt or just take the hit to his credit, and that's all he can do about it. He's not fighting the person. He's not trying to destroy the property. He's not even chasing after them. He's really just hanging his head and figuring out how he's going to come up with whatever the money is that he has to come up with. That's an appropriate reaction. The car's already been taken off. Now, I'll show you a still somewhat appropriate reaction because the car's in the process of being towed, and there's only one thing you can do when your car's being towed and you're watching it happen. You got to get out there and run after it. So they just alerted the driver who's across the street at the bank, "We're taking your car." He checks the street and he's run, Forrest, run. All that this man can do is run after them and hope to get their attention. Now, these drivers are assholes because they know he's chasing after him and they're messing with him. They're just going to make him run. And again, all he can do is call the number on the tow truck to get to the repo yard, find out how much he owes, pay his debt, and he'll be able to get his car back. And this is why I would say, if you're the kind of person that knows they are delinquent on their car note, you better make sure you're taking your ass to the gym and doing your cardio. You never know when you're gonna have to run, Forrest, run, and keep up with the repo man to do the best that you can to rescue your car. Both of these were what I would say are more normal, healthy reactions. You either take the L or you try to catch up to them and hope to strike a deal. The rest of these are emotional reactions that cause more problems for the person than they originally were gonna have. Let's get right into the first one. At this point in time, the car's already on the back of the tow truck. It's already about to be taken off, and all this person should do is take the L, but let's watch what they do instead.
Hey, this your homegirl? Yeah, she did that.
What you can see here is somebody who let their emotions take over, and now instead of paying whatever it is they owe on their car note, they owe that plus the repair fees on the car that they're driving, the repair to the tow truck, and the several other cars that they damaged. And I believe they're gonna get charged with a hit and run. So you got like charges and you're paying for a bunch of repairs, all because you were delinquent on your car note. Does that sound intelligent to you? Now, what would you do in this situation? You clearly see your car is being towed away. It's already up. Are you gonna hop in and try to drive off? Are you gonna talk to the tow truck driver? Or are you just gonna stand there and call your bank? Really, what are you gonna do in this situation? Because I hope you're not gonna do what this person did, because it only makes things worse. And speaking of worse, let's see what another person does, which is actually worse than this one when it comes to watching their car get towed away. Ooh. Oh my gosh. So at least this one was a fair fight. I think both of those trucks were about the same size. And the vehicle owner of the white truck knows they got four-wheel drive. They got a ton of power into the hood. They should be able to get their shit back, right? Wrong. That tow truck was not giving up without a fight. And yeah, they freed their truck. but look at all the damage that they did to their truck and the tow truck. They have to pay for all those trucks, and they're more than likely going to get charged with at least a hit and run. And if the tow truck driver was indeed in the truck, that could be considered vehicular battery, using your car as a weapon. It's so stupid when people do this stuff, but it makes for wonderful content for us to learn from, to laugh about, and hit the like button too. We're gonna go from bad to worse to even worse with the next one. You gotta see this because people do the dumbest stuff. So this is actually a news report where they're gonna narrate everything that goes down with this situation. But the long and the short of it is, the person who is in the Mercedes is going to be in the complete wrong. They're getting their car towed, the tow truck driver standing outside of it, and the whole scenario goes from bad to worse to, are you for in real? Just watch.
Conyers Title Pond knows something isn't right. They are watching a driver in this Mercedes SUV talk to a tow truck driver who has paperwork to repossess his car. The tow truck driver is on the left, and he is blocking the driver with his truck. Video picks up after the driver pulls forward.
That guy was coming over that curve trying to get away from that tow truck.
Keep recording.
Employees at the title pond tell Atlanta News First that the driver came in to apply for a loan. When he saw the tow truck,
he knew he was screwed.
Tiffany, get my keys.
That's one of the employees worried about her car. It's this one. A minute later, she rushes outside to move it.
Now imagine if that's your car, not the dude that's getting towed, because you'll see what he does, but you're the person whose car is next to this jackass. Would you have moved your car like this lady did, or would you have left it there and let it play out? So hit that like button. Let's watch the chaos.
And watch this. The Mercedes-Benz driver decides he's backing up. There he goes, up the ramp and over.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh.
What an idiot.
Oh.
Exactly. What an idiot. Now look at this whole scene. As you can see here, this dude has destroyed his car. It's on its hood. The tow truck driver is hanging out of the passenger side door where he was just innocently trying to let the driver know, I got to take your car. And as the driver starts to reverse up the tow truck, all he can do is dive into the car to stay safe. But unfortunately, the driver, in a panic, cuts the wheel, goes at an angle, and rolls the car. Now we see the driver is dealing with a multitude of issues. Beyond the fact that they are behind on their car note, they're now going to have to pay for the damage to the tow truck. They've destroyed their car effectively, and any kind of issues medically that the tow truck driver has, they're going to be on the hook for that. It's never worth it to try to take your car while it's in the act of being towed. Just take the L. You're already lost. You're already in the loser's position. Don't be in the super loser's position, making it worse on yourself, trying to stop the person from doing what they're there to do. You're going to break your stuff. You're going to be charged up the ass. And even if you were to successfully get your car from the tower, they're going to get you on the next day. So you're really just delaying the inevitable. And trust me, you're going to want to watch this next one, because if you thought this was bad, the next one is even worse, and it's a lot worse. So as you're watching, the dude that's on the left in the dark shirt, he's the driver of the car that's being towed, and that's the tow truck driver in the white shirt. There's a little bit of a pushing and shoving match, as now the car owner wants to prevent his car from being towed. And he's not an experienced tow driver. In fact, he partially released his truck initially, which we'll see later. The tow truck driver's smart. He's staying all the way back because he knows how this is going to end. It's going to end in a lot of damage. The guy is driving down the street, hitting multiple cars, damaging his own car worse because it's not secured. He even goes around the corner right here, and hopefully we're able to see it from this angle. As he goes around the corner, the truck falls off the back. You can't see from that angle, but here's the other angle from inside the tow truck. The driver's down there unhooking part of the wheels and getting into a verbal altercation with the tow truck driver. This is where the shoving match happens while they're off camera, and eventually the driver of the Chevy Avalanche gets into the driver's seat, and as not even amateur, as an untrained tow truck driver, he does a horrible job of trying to get away cleanly and does an excellent job being a dumbass. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head, but his emotions say, F that. Drive off into the sunset, homie. And drive off into the sunset he does, and he swaps paint with pretty much every car on the block. Like, look at that. You can't tell me that this was a good idea, buddy. You absolutely can't convince me this was a good idea. You've scuffed up like 8 cars already. Here's where he whips the turn, and bye-bye. No longer has his truck back there, but he doesn't care. He's going to keep driving because at some point he has to realize, I effed up. You got major charges, multiple hits and runs, maybe a little bit of battery in the shoving match with the tow truck driver, and fleeing the scene of an accident, and he pretty much totaled his car. The dude is going to be in jail. He's going to be in bigger debt, and he's going to be a bigger idiot for all of that. Imagine if you're in one of those buildings. Imagine if you're one of those car owners that has their car parked on that street, probably thinking, look at this idiot, look at this idiot, and then you see him driving down the street. Imagine the amount of butt pucker you're going to have as you see that guy driving towards your car and then watching your car get hit. How would you react to that? Bottom line is, though, the dude definitely got caught. The dude definitely had to serve some kind of time for this, and I hope, and I really hope, he realized how stupid he was. But someone doing something like that probably has anger management issues, and they're looking to just scorch the entire earth when they start to see red. Speaking of scorching the earth, let's see this final video. This person is going to prevent their car from being towed in the first place by lighting it on fire.
When you repost somebody's car, they don't want you to have it,
They burn it.
they burn it. Crazy.
This is a perfect example of how a solution creates even more problems. This person thought that the solution to not getting their car towed was to destroy it. Now has to still pay for the car that they owe on. They have to pay for any damage that they've caused to their car, but they also will have to serve some time because that's arson right there. You cannot destroy your car thinking it's going to make all your repossession problems go away. You have to just not be a bum, and you have to pay your debts. A lot of people getting in trouble with car repossessions nowadays have poor money management skills, and they have poor problem solving skills. And those two together are the reason that they are more than likely going to be poor for a lot of their life. They don't manage their money, they don't manage their problems, and those compound together to being stuck in a cycle of debt, poor problem management, more debt, more poor problem management, and the cycle continues. This is a perfect example of how a solution to a problem can actually create more problems. This person thought that burning their car, destroying it, would take all their troubles away. But no, now they got even more problems. They got fire damage to pay for, a delinquent car note to still pay for, and arson charges. I do want to say that car repossession in itself is no laughing matter. If you're behind on your car note and it gets to that point where they got to take it back, the best thing you can do is just take it like an adult. Take the L, talk to the bank, work out a deal, figure it out. You don't want to make more problems for yourself trying to steal your car back or destroy it or doing something else that in the moment feels good, but in reality is creating a whole host of issues for yourself. I trust you got a laugh from this video. If you made it to the end, hit the like and hit that subscribe button to keep watching more content like this. In just a second, you're going to see another video from my channel popping up. Give it a watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day.